School District High School basketball, live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. By Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase and Randy McCoy.
Welcome to Pooter School District Sports tonight, live from beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado. We're at Rocky Mountain High School, where the Lobos are hosting the Loveland Indians in boys varsity action in basketball tonight. David Haase here along with Randy McCoy and Max Fink on camera tonight. Welcoming Max for our crew, Randy, and starting off the local basketball scene in 2018.
Yes, and we got a good matchup here. Loveland, Rocky Mountain, they've been playing basketball against each other for a lot of years.
They really have, yep. And teams that neither too young, too old, so good balance on the court. Starters are kind of coming out, and we'll kind of get to those as we go, but we'll look for the two leading scorers. Urinowitz for the Lobos, who has been a 3-year starter now as a junior, averaging 17 points, 6 rebounds a game. And then Avery Rembow for the Indians, Randy, off to a great start this year, 22 and 12. So averaging the double-double. So we'll see how the big man handles up and down the court tonight. And as this one goes along, like I say, we're starting our conference, we're starting our Front Range League, and it's all good in 2018.
Both teams coming in with subpar records, really. 2-8 for the Indians, 3-6 for the Lobos, and most of their losses, as we've said, have been against
they go down
some
and
of
play
the
Denver tournaments. Yeah, you get to it. But that pays off later in the year. Basketball is that game where you got to grow, and
you get about 20 games to do it, don't you?
Yeah.
Unlike football and some of these other sports, you know, you can be a lot better in game 16 than you are in game 2. So here we are, 4 8-minute quarters, Colorado basketball. Here's my partner, Mr. David Haase, kicking off the 2018 basketball.
Harstadt levels jumping up, controlled by the Lobos. Setting up their offense is Joe Elliott, looked to be one of their leading scorers this year too. Randy, a deadly outside shooter, as you know. You've helped him before. Urinowitz in the middle to start. Rims off, and actually nice position there, 25 for the Indians. Julian Moya kept him away.
You can already see a difference. Urinowitz would have never taken that shot the last 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, the thing we notice is, you know, I don't know if we're getting old or what, but, you know, we've been watching these kids since they were freshmen.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you see Urinowitz, you see it right away, the difference. You said he's elevated, he's stronger. You know, you grow into the skills are there. You grow into the body that allows you to do more and more. Spot up three, good. Good ball movement. Got that one around to Hines, and he knocked it down. The senior opens up the scoring here at home, three-pointer. Easy access to the rim. Drives it in for two.
Little lefty.
Yep, Rakowski there. 5'9", 14 points a game scorer, so that's not the first time we'll see him. Last time we'll see him tonight. Bush's level being a lot bigger than everybody else there. Has good reach, good foot positioning.
Boy, good action down there trying to get position for the rebound.
Well, Dalton Schrader, who drew the foul there, you're not going to go a physical battle with him. Starting cornerback had a really good year, made all conference for Rocky Mountain on defense. And three-sport athlete, still be out for track, good sprinter jumper. And not the one you're going to want to try to draw a charge from or go through on defensively, that's for sure. Entry pass level, takes his time, kicks it back out. That was just good defense closing it down that time by Myers, wasn't it?
Yeah, Loveland's playing tough defense.
Kick back out, Hines again, left alone, drains it. Just a good dive in by Schrader and a kick back out. 6-2 early going here, 6:20 left here in the first quarter at Rocky Mountain High School.
Boy.
I think there's still that transition from football to basketball there.
Yeah, because that looked like a football play.
Yes, it did. Yeah, Dalton got on him, stayed on him, about went through him. Substitution in now. Rembow actually didn't start the game for the Indians. Number 2 in, so when you start 22 and 12 on the bench.
You know what that means sometimes.
On through and a charge call. Rembow really trying to give himself the offense there. Dived into a couple players. I think that's just trying to assert yourself, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's.
Urinowitz inbounds. Elliott and Fisher down.
Should be a pretty evenly matched game here, actually.
Trap press kind of started there and they pulled away from it. Loveland looked like they wanted to try to trap that. It's kind of a passive man press. Well, they're really trying to do the two-man game down here, aren't they, with Lovell? Nice job of checking out down there.
Well, you can't do that any better. You
go
in, out.
Yep. Got the look. 3. A little long rebound. Myers right back up. Nice turnaround. Boy, he did a good job of taking it right away, didn't he?
Yeah, that was good.
6-4 now, 5.5 left in the first quarter. Thanks for tuning in to Stream of Sports. Our first 2018 broadcast. Urinowitz quick to the rim. Once again, big guys that get the ball off their hands fast. That's tough to block, isn't it? Baseline. Yeah, Laveau's just sitting there waiting for him.
Not much argument from anybody. So
no, he was sitting there, just kind of one of those
might have hurt the offensive guy more than it did the defensive guy.
Yeah. Lovell was an all-conference tackle for the Lobo football team. So you got 2 all-conference starters that play football out there. You're not really going to do a contact game with them. Elliott setting the offense up. Man defense still by the Indians. Oh, that's just a great block by Rembow. Just a good athletic move, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was perfect.
Shot up to Fisher, rebound, Lovell, kick it out. 3-on-3, no numbers there, tipped away. Ow. Boy, I tell you what, Rakowski took one extra step there and he really hit his collarbone into the seat. I love the hustle, but that one was too far away.
Yeah,
You and I might still be there.
Earlier down here at Lovell, he surprised they didn't throw a flag for illegal use of hands down there because there was hands all over that.
Yep.
They let them play. Hand fighting isn't as popular in basketball as it is in football, is it?
No, it's not. Schrader inbound to Elliott. Well, I'm glad Rakowski's okay. That was scary. He just had no protection of his head and shoulders going in there. I mean, I love the hustle.
Yeah, he didn't really try to stop. So
no, it's one of those moments where he can live to fight again another day. Elliott sets his feet. Halfway down, goes up and out. Oh, just a great job by Myers. And he's going to get the foul called. That's going to be 2 on Schrader. That'll get somebody off the bench quick for Coach Taffel. So that's 2 fouls on Schrader. He will go out. Into the game is number 5, Easton Radcliffe, the senior.
Fouls is actually part of his arsenal, probably. Football players usually is. So if he gets too early, that's tough. Tough for him to play his game.
Yeah. Urinowitz on Rembow, both ends of the court. They take each other. Be interesting to see how that goes. Pull back 3, rims around. Urinowitz goes in to get it. I like the attacking the basket. It's going to go to the line for 2 there. Lead 8-4. Under 4 to play here in the first quarter.
Well, you can see the Steph Curry influence, can't you?
Yeah. The crossovers.
And Kyrie Irving and You name it.
Oh, yeah. First one takes the roundabout way in and down.
Good first quarter for the Lobos.
Yeah, good pressure defense, rebounding. Well, like I say, you draw a couple charges, that means you're hustling on defense right away. Second one is good for Urinowitz. I thought we had a whistle out there, too. Rimbaud tried to throw a long bounce pass. Urinowitz kind of, even though it didn't hit his foot, it was still more of like a kicking violation, so they rightly stopped and set it up again. Rakowski, the inbound. Berg-Harry, number 5, on the backcourt now with Fisher. Yeah. Took a step and then a hop and a jump, and that's a tough one. If you kept that foot in the air instead of landing, you did the one end, you won't get that call.
I watched a lot of NBA, so that looked.
Yeah, that was easy.
That looked normal to me.
Yes, it did. Yeah. Yep.
It went in, and the fans liked it. So.
Yeah. There's the difference. Oh, telegraph. Nice job, Rakowski again. Showing his hustle, gets out, drives in. I think Elliott could have just let him go. He'd lost his balance and trying to make sure.
And I think he ends up on the floor quite a bit too. So
yeah, he might have been the cause of him losing his balance. 10-4, Rakowski will go to line.
With the popularity of the NBA now, which is almost as popular as anything else, one of the things you see is almost every jump shot, everybody falls down, trying to get a foul, and you start seeing that at the high school level too. And typically you're right that, the officials, if they see you fall down, they're going to more likely blow that whistle.
Condition. Rakowski gets a 2. A nice job on the jump trap. Forces the turnover. Urinowitz turn around and look. He expected his teammate to be on that wing, and he'd already moved to the middle.
It's exactly what you want if you're a coach and you call that press real quick to
jump on it.
Catch them by surprise.
Yep, gonna go the other way.
Out of control.
Yeah, you got to stay with it. He just didn't stop the whole way. Level never even moved.
Got to go where you're looking and look where you're going.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those. Next time you got to look up and you got to find a way to get rid of that pass too. Then that'll draw that defense over, get you that open look. Substitution in for the Lobos now. 33, Chandler Young in for Lovell. Hines, Urinowitz, Elliott, Radcliffe, and Young. Loveland's moved to a 1-3-1 zone.
Now this is that.
Rimbaud's lucky he didn't get a reaching foul there.
What they do is they play soft and kind of egg you to get the ball down to a corner, and then they attack, which has been made famous by Fossil Ridge at some level, but everybody does it.
That's where you want to get it to it. Fisher back in now for Radcliffe. We got good minutes early. Coaches, this time of the year, Randy, they're still trying to develop that 7 and 8, that rotation, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And see, even though they're not really trapping out here, they're running their offense, 20 feet from the basket. So
Urinowitz went in that time. He had good position for the rebound, but he put his left arm in the back of the Loveland player. That was a number of 42, Harstad. Harstad all of a sudden started moving horizontally. And he just, both hands in the air, he wouldn't have had that issue. He was trying to get the tip and hold his position, but a little too forceful. So Lobos with 4 fouls, 5 on the Indians. Knocked down off the hands. Rimbaud just kind of got stripped as he was trying to make the move inside.
Nice to see an official in good position there to make the call right there.
Yeah, it was an easy one, unfortunately. Just kind of dribbled off his foot.
Got the tall, we see that now. Got the tall player out there.
Well, and Rimbaud's just one of those athletes. He's long, he's very quick. Penetration. Elliott off the glass. You got to move to him, though, if you get in that center of that zone, don't you?
Yeah, and, you know, once he hits a couple of threes, that'll even be easier for him.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's a block there.
Didn't get there quick enough, did he?
Nope. Nice drive. Rimbaugh goes up. He'll have a pair at the line. Kind of needs to get himself in rhythm here. They trail 12-6. Minute 45 left here. Want to say thanks to our sponsors this year again, starting our 2018 season. Schrader Oil, Pedersen Toyota, along with First Bank.
And our brand new sponsor, Jim's Wings. And Travel. We'll tell you about Jim's Wings here a little later. Thank Jim and Julie for
back in for Young.
Being a sponsor and supporting high school athletics.
And a great spot to go grab wings. If you looking for them in Fort Collins, like buy local, support local. I'm all for it, but they're really good.
Pretty close to here, isn't it?
Yeah, just on West Elizabeth. Fisher for three. Good. I like how he just took a look, but he got himself in rhythm and shot it, didn't he? 15-6, big lead now, 9 point for the Lobos. Rakowski in for the drive, takes it all the way in. Rimbaugh had control, lost it, dribbled it, bounced off his leg.
So, you know, if you're a defender, one thing you got to see right there, he came back with his left hand to take that shot. So you pack that away in your brain for future.
Yep. Got to learn your opponent. Young back in now for Urinowitz.
Loveland ice cold.
Yeah. And a hand check that time by Loveland.
Neither one of these teams have been really strong since about the 2013 season. They've had about 4 years here where they're
the
searching.
Kind of the up and down, and that happens in every public school. You know, when you miss somebody that like Lobos had one of their league scorers from last year, you know, family moved. Those things happen.
You had Mike McDermott 2 years ago, and not McDermott, Dermody.
Dermody, yep. Long three-pointer.
They wish they had McDermott.
yeah, he could play a little.
But had Dermody over here and had a good little team then, and Loveland had a few players in that 2013. They had some great games that year, so you're right. It's the ebb and flow of public schools.
Jenkins in, number 12 now for the Indians, a junior. Rakowski out front, hits it to him on the wing. 3-second call. No, we got a hold.
But you're right, and we won't mention the young man's name, but probably their top player moved for Rocky Mountain. And, big loss.
33 seconds left here in the quarter. Elliott out front. Fisher, Lovell, Urinowitz, and Young on the court. Rimbaugh, Rakowski, Jenkins, Berg, Harry, and number 42, Harstad out for the Indians to finish this off. Rocky get a bucket here, Randy. That'd be one heck of a start in the first quarter, already leading by 9.
Well, and they've got to be really happy to have 15 points, 9-point lead without Elliott only scoring 2.
Fisher up, but off the glass for good. Nice drive and a pull-up. Under 1 to throw. Rakowski's going to get it off in time. Wow, tickled the cores just short. So after 1 quarter here at Rocky Mountain High School, the Lobos lead 17-6 over the visiting Loveland Indians. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
So we're back here.
There we go.
And
puppy siding down below us here in the Rocky Mountain student section.
See the fine men in stripes there.
Well, you know what? It's easy to get on the stripes because they got one of the hardest jobs out there. A lot of interpretation, views, things like that. But calling balls and strikes, whistling for fouls, holding penalties, everything all year long.
Are you turning
Colorado.
a new leaf with 2018?
No,
or
no. I'll
something, or
still
what?
give it. I'll still give it to him when I see it's necessary or my view of it
Okay.
is. But it is a tough job, and there is a shortage of it. I mean, Kevin Lilac, we'll talk to him at halftime to Colorado, and he's written articles on it. It's a known fact. And everybody that's been an athlete, had parents of kids or athletes, say that they don't have an easy job out there. So,
again, if you're Rocky Mountain, you got to be really happy to have an 11-point lead, and Joe Elliott's only scored 2 points.
there's Rembau's game right there. Just drive in really hard, put his shoulder into Romero, number 2 for the Lobos in the game, and just kind of bounced off, laid it up off the glass. Nice looking shot. Elliott, Urinowitz, Fisher, Lovell, and Romero on the court now for the Lobos. Elliott, fadeaway, lefty, nice touch. Out to start the second quarter. Rembau, number 2, number 12, Jenkins. Berg Harry, number 5. Tied up that time. On the floor, arrow goes to Rocky Mountain. Number 42, Harstad, also out there early in the court now, along with 21 for the Indians, Ninehouse. Ninehouse ran, averaging 10 points, 4 rebounds a game, and it just, you see the numbers, 6 points in a quarter for Loveland's way down low. And blocked, that's a good job of going to the rim. And what a nice job. Talk about how you want your head up when you're looking down court like that, when you got the ball.
Well, you can pass it down the court a lot quicker and you can dribble it for one thing, but it also just makes the defense work harder. If you've got to watch for the pass, you got to follow the ball. The ball is what scores the points. It's not you don't score any points for dribbling.
Ninehouse first attempt is off, second one coming.
And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's right. Well, it just you want to take advantage of any laps you can ever you can get that time, and Rembau alertly got it down to Ninehouse, and he right at the elbow, cuts in at a 45, takes it in, draws a foul. 1 for 2 from the line, and a timeout taken here on the court. So you're watching Stream It Sports. We'll be right back.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
So we're back here. I want to thank our new sponsor, Jim's Wings. Best wings in northern Colorado since 1991. Over by the stadium on Elizabeth Street, so make sure you go even after the game tonight. Nice drive.
Great drive, nice left-hand job by Noah Lovell, too, doing a nice job of just walling off the defender and going right into the hole that time. Romero just finished it. Rembau up, elevates, doesn't get it to go, put back.
He's got to put some air under that ball.
Out of bounds. I think Urinowitz had it. I think the referee did a nice job of not making a call. They're both tussling pretty good there.
Jim's Wings just up the street, too.
Oh, yeah, we're not far away. You're getting me hungry. I will put my challenge out there. Any of the PSD athletes want to go up, and I'll buy the first 6 Atomic Wings. Anybody wants to take that challenge, you can get a hold of us through Streaming Sports. You can get a hold of us through NoCo Broadcast on Twitter or Dave H1923 on Twitter. It's on me. But I got to sit there and watch you suffer. 21-9, 6:20 to play. Underneath level, stripped away though. Rembau, nice steal.
Boy, he took a chance there too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Baseline jumpers up. Gone. Lovell quickly out to Fisher.
A lot of reaching down there.
Yeah, it really was. Romero corner. Well, I tell you, that's about 5 rebounds for Lovell already tonight. Second bite at the apple from outside, doesn't go.
Yeah, you got to follow through on that shot.
Yeah, nice job rebound by Myers. Oh, good dish. Bukowski had his head up there. Jenkins ran the court. You reward the big guys for running the court, don't you?
Yeah, and
couple buckets there, knocked it down to 10.
When nobody cares who gets the credit or who scores, you can play a really good game.
Kind of a switch up here on offense defense. Now Jenkins guarding Urinowitz. Just a good, smart drive. I tell you, Elliott's maturity on the court shows, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, anybody can shoot the 3 ball.
You got to go get
like
the ball.
Anybody can shoot the 3 ball like he can kind of get lazy and kind of just shoot that, but he's going to the bucket.
The ball went off the back of the heel of Rakowski there, and they come down, and their official called a kicking foul. I go, well, as soon as it's touched, it's over in the back. Either way, Rocky Mountain ends up the ball. Urinowitz inbounds. Quick substitution for the Lobos. Back in is Hines, number 11, the senior. Started the game off with a couple threes, and they've kind of just not looked back, have they? Step in, step back, and a 3. That's what happens when you put it on the floor. You drive a couple times successfully, don't you?
Yeah, you got to respect them.
But I tell you one thing, Randy, I will say for the Indians, they will go to the basket hard, but they're not really setting up much of an offense, are they? It's kind of a first guy at the ball, and they've got some quickness and some explosiveness, but they're not making the 2 and 3 pass setup, are they?
No, they're not, and that's the easiest kind of team to guard.
Yep. 26-11, 4:39 left in the half. David Haase along with Randy McCoy here on Streaming Sports. Thanks for tuning into our NoCo broadcasts. Jenkins' first one's up and good. Good-looking stroke from the line there. And welcoming Max Finks. In fact, Max Fink on camera tonight, I was going to say, from Fossil Ridge. What a great program they have over there for their media. 4:35 left here. 26-13. Lobos have doubled up the Indians here early. Inbound pass, Urinowitz goes the lane. Plants, nice job of help on defense there. That's going to be one too many. It got bumped a little bit, but it wasn't enough for the foul, and he had to do that hop and a skip. Like you said, they see it on SportsCenter every night, don't they?
Yeah, it's like I've become immune to traveling calls. I could never be an official anymore.
Nice job of Urinowitz hustling, getting down on Myers on the help defense, ties him up. Arrow favors the Indians. They'll inbound underneath their own bucket. Rakowski sporting the ubiquitous cotton in the nose, probably from that crash he had. Loose ball tapped away. Elliott picks it up. 2 on 3. Smart there, the senior, to back it out. There was a call from a long ways off.
Yeah.
I kind of.
Frustration foul, I'm assuming, but.
Yeah, they had the bunny there. It didn't roll in. Lovell had a nice look at it there. It didn't go. So his second foul, Coach Taffel takes him out. Young is back in. We're in 1-on-1 now, so we'll walk the end of the court, and Isaiah Myers is at the line for the single bonus. 8 fouls on the Lobos, 7 on the Indians here in the first half at Rocky Mountain High School. Nothing but silk there to start. Second one coming. Second one short, tapped around though. Ended up in the zone and took a hop and a step, and it was a travel call. Goes the other way. Indians showing that trap look again there. Into the game now, actually, 54, Jaden Tafoya, freshman for the Indians. They are jumping it. Throw it over the top. Down the corner. Rembow rebound. Cross court to Rakowski. But they will keep attacking the rim, don't they?
Yeah, that's
3. That one came up short.
Problem is they're a little out of control when they're doing it, and
foul's going to be called on Hines that time. Just a little too zealous in his checking out. He had the bigger player on his back. It was Ninehouse, and Ninehouse will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. Lobos are just 1 foul away from being in the double bonus for the Indians. Back in the game now is Romero, number 2. Elliott, Romero, Fisher, along with Young and Urinowitz on the court. First one's good for Ninehouse, along with Rimbaugh. As I said before, the freshman Tafoya. Rakowski and Myers. Harstad looking to come in. He's coming in for the shoot if it goes. Goes off. Nice job, Urinowitz. Body control there. I say he kind of got tapped. He kind of got punched from behind there. Rolls off. Ball out of bounds. Stays down here in this end for the Lobos. Substitution. Harstad back in. 26-15. Loveland in the man defense out of the inbounds play. Lobos have kind of settled down more into their offense, haven't they?
Yeah, and that's...
Drive that time. Fisher goes off. Short rebound. Harstad kicks it out. Rimbaugh. Rimbaugh set. Look the three. Steps up.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
do too.
that.
Yep. Good decisions. When I was like, I kind of hesitated. That's that shooter's mentality. I'll step up, take the easier one. Thank you very much. Knocks it down. First time the Indians have been inside double figures in a while.
Well, there's a couple of guards out there that need to, kind of learn how to stop and take a little jumper because they're going all the way to the bucket, but when they get there, they don't know how to finish.
Yeah, well, that's just a frustration foul. Urinowitz there. He missed the drive. He kind of, one more time on the ground, he had a much easier shot, but pressured when he didn't need to do it, picked up the foul. So that's 10 on the Lobos, 2 on Urinowitz. So for the next 2 minutes, 34 seconds, every foul puts the Indians at the line for 2. That's how you catch up, isn't it?
Yeah, but except they've only been hitting about 1 out of 2. So
yeah, the percentage has got to get better. It's kind of mirroring their field goal percentage too this half. Schrader back in for Romero.
Wow, he's keeping you in.
Urinowitz is in with...
going to keep him in with 2 fouls.
He's got 2. Schroeder's got 2. I think Lovell's going to come back in now. I think he wants to try to finish off the half stronger. That's an 0 for 2 trip. Harstad, nice job on the effort coming to the rebound. Just kind of knifed through, but didn't control it. Went out of bounds with it. Berg Harry back in, number 5 for the Indians, the senior.
I was going to say they're going to run with 6 there for.
Oh, he reversed the call. Now it's going to go to Loveland.
A little curly kneel there.
Yeah, it really was. Great job keeping it there. Steal by Elliott. Wide open layup. Goes up and lays it in. That's just good heads-up play there. Rimbaugh was down. Elliott saw that Rakowski was his only outlet. Rimbaugh quickly down the lane. Nice job.
How'd that ball go in?
Yeah, that was a great job. Shorter down early. Layup good. Lobos looking ahead. They're up 30-19. 2 minutes to play here.
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
Playing too fast?
Officials conferring here at midcourt. Bringing in both coaches. Coach Matheson, Coach Taffel.
Hate to see that stop. That was the funnest minute of basketball we've had
all night. A lot of flying back and forth. So 30-19, 2 minutes left in the half. I didn't make out the public announcing of the call.
Yeah.
Either way, I see
the clarity wasn't really there, was it?
Tafoya is inbounding to Rakowski, so that we know. Loveland back on the ball. Lobos in a 1-3-1 zone right now.
I'd really like to see number 2 exert himself a little more.
Three-pointer up, rolled around, Lovell the rebound. He's going to go and shoot. Good position, good strong hands on the ball. I got hit a couple times and drew the foul. Foul's going to be a distinct worry, I think, in the second half, Randy. I mean, you got 10 plus on the Lobos, 8 now on the Indians, although I don't think anybody in the Indians got more than just a couple guys with 2. I think Lobos got 3 with a pair. Uranowicz, Schrader, and Lovell, I believe all 3 have 2 fouls.
Game is slowed down to
a lot of whistles.
Turtle walk now.
That's the fouls will do for you. You get that foul count up there. Boy, for the big guy, that's a nice stroke for the free throw line. First one's good. And your point earlier, Randy, too. I mean, in Loveland this would be a fairly close game if they're just shooting better than 50% from the line. Second one good. Pair down for Lovell, 32-19. Minute 45 left here in the first half. Thanks for tuning in to Stream It Sports. Back in that zone defense. Try to go the entry pass, rolls out. Brembaugh deep 3, good. Yeah, you got to have a hand up wherever he's at, don't you?
Yeah, and he's got. I know that looks like a bad shot, but
not for him.
Yeah, I mean we watched a kid here the last 2 years
over
Fossil Ridge that made a living out of shots like that.
Yeah, you got range, that's for sure.
And if you can make them, especially when you're 2 and 8.
You got to start going.
You know, you got to score.
Uranowicz answers nice mid-range jumpers. We see him. That's his spot in the lane. That's his office right there, isn't it? Oh, nice job. Just missed. Fikowski though for 3.
If you're the alpha dog, you got to bark, man.
Yep. Long rebound. Brembaugh pulls it out. Tafoya, the freshman, with the 3. So Indians heating it up here at the end of the first half. Got it back to 9 points. 40 seconds left. Stay tuned at halftime. We're going to have a little chat with Kevin Lytle, the Aloha kid.
Yeah, I was going to say the well-traveled Kevin Lytle.
Well, nothing on my Twitter account was about Hawaii over the holidays. Schroeder, nice drive. Oh, that's what that's when you thought Lovell was going to go right on in. And an offensive foul called.
He should have shot the ball. Just about any time during the game, folks, if you can take 2 points, you take the 2 points.
Trying to figure out who they called that foul on. A lot of substitutes there. Coach Taffel, 13 seconds left. Radcliffe back in, Hines in with Elliott, Young, and Romero.
That's good coaching there.
Short pass. Oh, so you got to get your hands up. Young that time blocked out, kicked out Romero.
A double dribble.
That was a double dribble. They're going to miss it. Long jumper's up, and it's off. So no blood, no foul there. If that had gone in, I think Loveland would have had a pretty righteous complaint.
How many officials are out there?
Yeah. About 40 of them on that side all saw it there, too.
Yeah, all of them on that side saw it.
Yeah, everybody on one side said what double dribble. The other ones are saying that one, and that's the way it went. So after 2 quarters of play here at Rocky Mountain High School, you're watching Stream It Sports. The Lobos lead 34-25. We'll be back for the second half in a little bit.
Toyota-thon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there. Yeah, we should go check it out.
Let's go check it out. Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided I could either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast, a coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
Wayne, Everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Welcome back to halftime here at Rocky Mountain High School. You can see down there the halftime shooting contests. Mark Rademacher, otherwise known as one of the White Hats and one of the top referees for football in the Northern Colorado area, out there leading the parade. But I'm up here with Kevin Lytle from the Colorado. And Kevin, welcome back to the Rocky Mountains and mahalo.
I almost didn't come back, but here I am.
Yeah, there's those moments. That's not a bad idea. You could sell coconuts and just live on the beach. Well, anyway, an up and down first half. Rocky Mountain start off right away with a hot hand, and Loveland just struggled until the very end there to get buckets, didn't they?
Yeah, and Rocky really was creating some turnovers, and I think Loveland was really sloppy early on, helped Rocky build a big lead there. Loveland kind of found their footing there late second quarter. Rocky Mountain still looks like they can score it pretty well. They're getting some good looks. They probably should have had more points than they do with a lot of balls rimming out, but defended pretty well early on. They'll want to reset that, get back to creating turnovers.
Well, if you look the way the game was, going back and forth in spurts there, you can tell, even though they've gotten 10 games under their belt, we always say this every time this year, Colorado blocks off about 10 days in late December where nothing happens in basketball.
It always leads to a little bit of a restart, the
first couple weeks of January.
The winter season's just very stop-start. It takes a lot of time to get flow, and then all of a sudden you're at playoff time, so it's a funky one. The teams that can find that rhythm early on always do well, and I think we saw a little bit of that, especially early in this game, just some ugly play, frankly.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, a lot of the effort's out there, but it does take that time to get everything back in sync. Let's talk a little bit about tomorrow night. Highlands Ranch coming up to Fossil Ridge and has girls and boys game. Highland Ranch girls #1 in 5A.
Yeah, that should be a really good game. Fossil Ridge #10. This will be their second #1 they faced this year because they played Grandview earlier, who was one at the time, a defending state champ. Another really good test. They're just playing a brutal schedule, which I think why not, because they're going to be pretty solid. Why not face those teams so when you get into playoffs, you're ready for it. They got knocked out by Regis last year in the playoffs in game. They honestly probably should have won. I think these type of tests help set you up for those tight, close playoff games that they'll probably have. And why not? It helps you in the RPI. It'll help with seeding. So
sure,
play them. You're going to take some losses, but I think Fossil gave Grandview a really good run. I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same tomorrow night against Highlands Ranch.
Well, you got a little bit of a same kind of thing with Rocky Mountain as you do at Fossil Ridge boys. Both are looking up at 500 early in the season, kind of thing, developing that new squad, and who's going to take the place, of Braxton Bertolette, who's moved on to play JUCO down in Florida. So you've got to find out where you're going to, replace 20-some points a game.
Yeah, Fossil Ridge, and right now it's kind of by committee. They're playing like 10, 11, 12 guys a night, trying to find that right continuity, the right mix of kids to make it all work, and kind of rough start early on. But again, similar, they've played a pretty decent schedule, some pretty good teams, and that's a good but sometimes rough way to learn.
Yeah. Let's go back across the other side, to the north side from Fossil Ridge to Fort Collins. The Fort Collins girls, tremendous start this year, 9-0.
Yeah, 9-0. Their break is actually a lot longer. They don't play until I think Thursday of next week. They have Rock Canyon, and then they have Rocky in our first crosstown doubleheader of the year. But they're off to a great start. They're an experienced team. They're pretty solid last year under Matt Hauer, and obviously he's doing good stuff there again this year. And Delcy Johnson, Grace Slush, she was hurt a lot last year. She's back. They look pretty solid, and I'm really intrigued to see how they handle the league once they get into league play, because it's obviously a perfect start to the year.
Well, in Rocky Mountain going over there, Maddie Bannister, the Air Force commit, the sharpshooter there is going to try to keep them in games. You're going to look at we're still seeing the half-court shot contest going best way to say that. But let's talk a little bit about Pooter boys and girls.
Yeah, Pooter boys actually off to a pretty decent start, and you could see that coming last year. Some young players, some shooters, and they're playing fairly well right now. I think they're a team that's kind of scary for opponents because when they get hot, they can be really dangerous. Jack Fisher doing a really good job.
Yeah, Fisher's having an outstanding
Troy
season.
McFadden is back after missing last year with the ACL. They did lose Jake Luna to an ACL himself, but they're pretty solid, and they're a team that's gone the upswing. They have good young players.
And then the Pooter girls, you see the same names. One thing, if you're a Pooter female athlete, you will be out there, whether it's volleyball, if it's going to be basketball. We see a lot of the same names, a lot of sister acts over there too, and it still continues.
Yeah, I mean, you got Maddie Bannister, really solid player. You got Elsa Berkner. Who, like you say, the kind of legacy names that keep rolling through. And, they're tough one for them with Curtis Glessman stepping down. First year is always tough, and obviously he had done such an amazing job. So they're another team sort of in transition, but I expect them to keep getting better as the year goes on too.
We'll have a great slate of games, and before we know it, we'll be into tournament time. But enjoy watching over here on Streaming Sports. Follow Kevin at Colorado and on Twitter how?
At Kevin_Lytle.
All right, well, thanks for joining us here at halftime Rocky Mountain High School, Kevin. We'll be back for the third quarter in a minute.
Toyota-thon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there. Yeah, we should go check it out.
Let's go check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided I could either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast to coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
And we're back here getting ready for the third quarter. Thank Kevin Lytle for coming in. Rocky ahead 34-25. Here's Dave.
Schroeder, Hines, Elliott, Lovell, and Urinowitz out for the Lobos. First foul there, kind of a little aggressive, just doing hard man-to-man. Julian Moya there, the senior, number 25. Rembow number 2, Rakowski, number 1. Harstad, 42, and number 5 is Berg Harry, the senior.
We'll explain a little bit about Loveland. Loveland might as well be across town.
Keep on going with that. A little stoppage in play there. I think it's a clock issue, and it's still running. So, yeah, we do have a clock issue. Well, they called for a runoff there. I think they did.
So saying Loveland is almost a crosstown game because it's just up the road.
Down the road. Nice look inside. Rembow on the help, though. Left-hand Schroeder. Dalton Schroeder. Great body control. Lays up the baby hook over the top of Rembow. Lobos score first here, 36-25, they lead.
Got a nice text here from the Big E.
Still on top of it. Strong arm, Rakowski had time with the push.
We'll be seeing him over at Fort Collins High School soon.
Yeah, Lampkins, defending city champs. Got to see them before Christmas. Got some scores there, too. Everybody's got to replace somebody, don't they?
Yeah, everybody hovering around that 500 mark, so we'll see who can kind of break free here in the second half.
Oh, nice entry pass that time, level. Bukowski comes across, grabs him.
I think he thought it was on
foul
ball.
count. That's 2 right there quickly on him. Saying that's just his second foul. No, that's his third. I thought he had one in the first half. So that's 3 fouls early here on your starting point guard. Lovell at the line. 7:15 left here in the third quarter. First one's up and short. Had a nice 2 for 2 for the big guy in the first half. Substitution in. Ninehouse in, number 21 for Loveland. Second one rolls around and in. 1 for 2 trip for the Lobo senior. Yeah.
And that was
nice job by Elliott there, just jumping up on him. And just as soon as he caught it, Moya tried to turn, and that you hustle on defense. The little things, that's the small things, isn't it? But he did that by just getting up there and getting near him, making him turn. Stutter step and a travel.
You can see Moya's out there for his defense.
Yeah, they can't leave Elliott alone. They knew he put it on the floor, take to the hip, had a couple 3-pointers. Renowitz, nice job. Berg Harry all over on defense.
Dribbling a bit too much.
Yeah, you got to get rid of the ball. Help your teammates out. Lobos are doing the best, so when they moved it around, then somebody drove.
Drive and dish.
Yeah. Kick out worked on a couple of 3-pointers, and that was at the early pace of the game. But, if you're Loveland, Coach Matheson goes in, he says, okay, we're going to get this back by defense. The buckets will come. You got to go out and play airtight, don't you?
Yeah.
Entry pass to Lovell, kicked away. Picked up by Moya. Nice job on the deflection. Looks down court to Rimbaugh. And good no call. Official Hines underneath there.
He's smooth, man. And I'll tell you what, I'd be exploiting him a lot more than he's.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to get him back in the game. Down by 10, 6:18 left in the third.
There's not a lot of 22-point scorers running around this state.
Nope. Well, especially 6'5" and can run like that.
Yeah.
Elliott on the floor, kicks over level, goes up, short jumper blocked. Rimbaugh is going to have to get his emotions under control. One, he's given about 40 pounds because he went into the knee. Done a nice job of going in the block there, but the contact's going to come, and the push off.
Yeah. I'm with him. I'm not sure where the foul was. Unless it was just on.
Well, the block, I know there's a block on the play. He came into it, but he really didn't come in. They had a pretty good collision after the shot was off. I thought he got ball, but certainly body collided there, and then the push off. First one rolls rounds off. Coach Matheson telling Rimbaugh that's his third foul. I need you. You won't do me any good on the bench. He's going to leave him in and just to trust his junior. Lovell, second one coming. So 2 for 4 and a couple trips for Lovell. And right now, that's been the Lobos scoring for the last couple of trips. Nice dish underneath. Good job there, kicking down below. Easy bucket for Harstad.
What you like about that is he could have rose up, probably hit it 2 himself.
Yep.
But shows a lot of unselfishness.
Well, and it gets people in rhythm moving around. Romero out front, drip going in. Tell you what, Ninehouse hit the floor. He tried to turn around the cut of the edge, and then he.
Easy call there.
Yeah, nice job taking there. Lovell couldn't close the baseline fast enough. I was on the other end there. Ninehouse is trying to go around the screen, and as Urino is turned, and Ninehouse was down low, he ate an elbow. Just not the good way you want it. So 5:28 timeout called here on the court. 38-29 with the Indians at the line. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Toyota-thon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there. Yeah, we should go check it out.
Let's check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on Stream It Sports NoCo.
So you see there the Loveland bench and Huddle talking a little bit. 38-29. They're Loveland's hanging around here, Dave.
They've got it back to 9 several times. They haven't made that next bucket though. They got to find that way to get that 2 or 3 bucket run. Right now the Lobos offense has not been much. A couple of free throws by Lovell here in the last trips. That's about all they've really been able to get done. Noah has been the only offense. So at the line though, shooting early here. When talking about fouls, you look up on the board there, and that's 5 team fouls already for Loveland. First one's up and off.
Well, you got to get the ball in Rembo's hands because he makes plays. He makes plays for himself, but he also makes them for other people.
Yeah, we just saw that last ditch when he kicked it over there to Harstead, cutting the bucket for the easy 2. Second one coming for Ninehouse. Uranowitz at the rebound. Fisher out top now, back in the game. Along with Schroeder, Elliott, Uranowitz, and Romero with the ball out front. Boy, Loveland's really picked up the defensive pressure. Schroeder goes in, a little out of control, had the ball kind of stripped, didn't he?
Yeah, that was. That's one of the hardest things to learn in high school is how to finish. A lot of guys can get by their guy, but what do you do with it when you get to the bucket?
Schroeder, 2 fouls on Rembow, giving up about 6 inches there. Baseline, Rembow goes in. That time.
And one.
Yeah. Elliott got there but didn't really take the position, did he?
He didn't, and we've talked a little bit about it. He's right under the bucket, too.
Yeah, you can't play from there, and if you're going to be there and make contact, you got to make that count. You had to stop Rembow. He does a nice job of keeping the ball elevated, so a couple buckets for him early here in the half. Chance to knock the lead here with the N1 down to 6.
And if you're the Coach Mathewson, you're crossing your fingers when he drives like that because
you
pick up his 4th foul early in the 3rd quarter here.
4:42 to play. Lobos lead cut down to 6. They had been up as many as 15. Credit, I think, Randy, just the defense for Loveland turning up there. Uranowitz, boy, he's just a good mid-range shooter. There's just an aggressive foul there. Schroeder just shouldn't have made.
Not that far away from the bucket.
Yeah. Great hustle athlete, but that's just not one there, especially that far away from the bucket. 3 fouls now on Schroeder. Coach Taffel's going to leave him in.
Well, like I said, that's part of his game, so if you kind of take that away from him.
Step up, doesn't go. Rebound, nice job, Schroeder, keeping everybody off.
Number 2 will be playing on Saturday, won't he?
Yeah. Wow.
Or whatever day college plays now.
Radcliffe went in, had a nice loosen the rebound, but Rembow just elevated over and tipped it. Moya.
Holding. 15 yards.
Yeah. Moya, nice job of cutting the bucket, found him underneath, got the shot off, so the underneath, Lobos' 4th foul.
2 quick fouls on Elliott, that's his 3rd.
Yep. Yeah, you got to get him out for a little bit now. I'd probably say almost for the rest of this quarter, depending on the score.
He hasn't asserted himself offensively this quarter so far.
No, and like I say, Loveland's really extended their defense out. No free looks for the 3-point line. Baseline, Uranowitz, Berg Harry. Picked up his dribble a long ways away, trying to find a friend. Nobody there. He got a 5 count. It is. Well, actually, my Coach Matheson actually called timeout, saved that. So timeout by the Indians on the court to save the 5 count. 40-32, 3:41 left in the 3rd. You're watching Stream It Sports. We'll do a read when you come back.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Welcome back now to Rocky Mountain High School. Thanks to our sponsor, Jim's Wings, best wings in NoCo since 1991. Go there and take the challenge, the Atomic Wings. Anybody that wants to go try that, I'll pay for the first 6 if you can finish them. Nice drive, Rakowski back in the game there with his 3 count fouls too, Randy. So the foul count we talked about in the first half is going to make a difference. Lobos out there, 5th foul there. The second one called on Romero. But credit Loveland, really. Coach Matheson's got his boys coming and playing really hard on defense. And they do a little shuffle line play there, and all of a sudden Rimbaugh comes in wide open, easy layup. Takes the lead down to 6.
He's starting to have a night now, isn't he?
Yeah, well, the 22 points isn't by accident, so it's starting to accumulate. He's probably in the teens, low teens right now. Fisher, 3. Good.
Boy, he's had a knack.
Yeah, first good look they've had tonight, too, in a bit. I mean, it's half,
That looked like a travel.
I really did, too, yeah. Pump fake underneath. Rimbaugh puts it in for 2.
You know,
Nienhuis kind of slowed down.
He hasn't used his height to any advantage so far tonight. He's played more like a guard. But
yep. Urinowitz underneath, off the glass. Boy, just that mid-range jumper is that's his spot, isn't it?
Yeah, he's good at that.
45-36, lead back up to 9. Rakowski into traffic.
And Rakowski's just, he's drawing fouls just single-handedly there.
Yeah, he will go in. Second foul, that's on Romero. Myers back in, number 4 for the Indians for number 5, Berg Harry.
I like when he does that, but what I'd like to see him is, I'd like to see a player, one of his teammates, follow him to the bucket so he's got somewhere to go with the ball.
Yep. Substitution, Hines back in for Romero. That was his 3rd, actually. Short, nice rebound. Boy, the Lobos are just not checking around the bucket. Fisher comes underneath, though, cleans it up. They missed the short range one.
It's a nice move.
Yeah, Lobos got the lead back out to 9. They get to double figures again, holding off 1 run by Loveland so far. Travel. With a stunner step there.
Loveland bench getting a little exercise there. Rocket bench is sitting on their hands a little bit. So
well, they've been up most of the game, so it's kind of one of those, okay, do we make a play here? But Loveland's trying to fight their way back into it. I mean, like I say, their defense has except for the last couple of minutes, Fisher with the 3 and a couple buckets. Did they make that run? Are they done with that run? Urinowitz tipped it away, picked up by Fisher. Jenkins on him out front. Look, baseline, Radcliffe. Good. Nice look, and Radcliffe did a good job, Randy, just getting down there on the baseline so he'd be alone, didn't he? Oh, okay. So that wasn't a travel call, but he kicked it back in, picked up by Fisher. Rimbaugh just lucky to catch that ball.
How important guard play is in high school.
Yep, Fisher again, the look. A little strong, that one goes down. Rakowski, the rebound, pushes it up court. Not getting stopped, nice dish.
That's what he needs to do.
Yep, back out. Good ball movement. Probably going to call Radcliffe for the block when he got knocked down. Coach Taffel, he's shaking his head.
Didn't quite make it there, but
yeah. He just cut off the line to drive, but the player wasn't driving. He just leaned in, made contact, and pulled back. Either way, though, first single bonus shot.
That's a good foul. Yeah. 21 hasn't been able to hit his free
throws.
throws.
I know. Like I say, Radcliffe just doing a good job on help defense that time. And as you said, Loveland tonight is not shooting close to 50% from the line.
Yeah, they've left a lot of points on the table. Could easily be tied.
Second one's off, too. Rebound, Radcliffe. Kick back now, Fisher. Basketball's a game of runs, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fisher almost loses it, kicks it back out. Radcliffe on the baseline. Nice look underneath to Schrader. Good heads-up pass, assist Radcliffe, bucket Schrader on a nice cut. Lead 13 now.
And one, but
nice drive, laying up off the glass. Nienhuis back to the line again.
The difference in this game is that Rocky Mountain is more organized on their offensive.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely the spot.
Loveland just seems to not be organized.
different offensive style. And we talked about earlier when I was talking with Kevin Lytle, I mean, these January games it's like the second season starts. They haven't hardly been able to do anything for a couple weeks. We had a little.
It's 0 for 5. It's another shot at it.
Another bite at the apple. I'm not sure why. The lane violation. That's what I kind of thought we had somebody stepping. But either way, Ninehouse back, trying to get the and one. Minute 13 left here in the third.
Got a good stroke.
Yeah, a lot better look that time. Settled down, knocked it down. 3-point play. Trap on the zone. Trap there for the press. Broken though by the Lobos. The pass intercepted. Nice job underneath by Myers. That was one that was just a little laid up in the air. Yeah, it was a stutter step and a travel.
Actually, it was a carry.
Yeah.
Because he was in the act of dribbling, so I don't know. You can't travel when you're in the act of dribbling. Either way is a turnover.
Yep. Urinowitz, Fisher, Elliott back on the court. Romero and Lovell. Noah Lovell down low. Jenkins, Ninehouse. Foya, 54, the freshman back in. Along with Rakowski. Rembaugh's been on the bench for Randy for a while. Nice drive, didn't get a fall though. Kicked out 3-on-1 numbers for Loveland. Good way to run the break. Rakowski hits Jenkins. Good point guard play there, wasn't it?
Yeah, and again, somebody needs to run with him so he's got somewhere to go with the ball, because when he doesn't, he's got to throw something up that's...
Yep, that was a good job by Jenkins getting down there, and he fed him, laid it in. 30 seconds left, 8-point lead now for the Lobos. Cut it back from 13. Loveland just makes a couple of runs. Lobos trying to pull it out now to run the clock. Loveland pretty content to let him do it. As just a fan, I've always said these always start too late. And a 5 count. If you don't make an offensive move and the man's within arm's length, nice call by the official.
I think everybody thinks that's just holding the ball, but it's not holding the ball. You can be dribbling.
Yep. You have to show what you're doing. You have to make an offensive move and just keeping it away from the defender. Nice job that time of the Indians defense. 6.7 seconds left. Jenkins inbounds to Rakowski. They're going to let him dribble on down. And the charge call, that was. He just waiting for him. Young was down there, smart play. It's the 4th foul on Rakowski too, with 2.4 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you take the good with the bad. A lot of energy, a lot of speed, but sometimes out of control.
Moya back in now for Rakowski. Smart play by Coach Matheson. Don't let a reach foul happen. Kicked out.
That's a smart play too. Don't just sit there and let him.
Yeah, gotta go jump on the ball. Let him run there. Yeah. Ritz needs to get somebody down court. Knocked away. Nice job by Tafoya, the freshman. So after 3 quarters of play here at Rocky Mountain High School, Lobos lead by 8, 49-41. You're watching Streaming Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Welcome back now to Rocky Mountain High School. Getting ready to start the 4th quarter. Talked about some of those cross-city rivalries. We've got the Fort Collins with some of the boys' basketball team here. Watching a couple of future foes.
It's always good to see the team come out and hang out together and be interested enough to come.
Oh, yeah. Well, in the back and forth of this game, Randy's been a good one to watch, and too. It kind of gets you back in the groove of playing again. 49-41, an 8-point lead. It was 13 just a few seconds ago. Loveland keeps making a run. They got it down to 6 once. Lobos hit a couple buckets. They just haven't closed that gap, have they?
No, and
both teams in the single
they're close
bonus.
Enough. I mean,
oh yeah, just a couple buckets. Rumbaugh backing out in with the 3 fouls. Kind of I think smartly let him sit there for a little bit. Myers, Rumbaugh, Moya, Jenkins, and Berg Harry on the court for the Indians. Schrader, Urinowitz, Elliott. That's just a great play. Schrader, Rimbaugh turn around. Rimbaugh tries to get physical when you're more of a skill possession player, and he just bounced off of Schrader there. As I said, Elliot Urinowitz, Schrader, along with Romero and Lovell.
I think Elliott's going to need to be a factor here to take this on home for Rocky.
Yeah, being the three-point shooter on the court right now.
He has not hit one, I don't think.
Well,
Maybe
Moya's been in the game enough to hold him. There's a long look, and that's good. Gave him a little bit of space. Big three, 52-41.
Just kind of flips that ball up there, doesn't he?
Yeah, quick release. Yeah, another travel call.
I saw that one. You're not a running back.
Yeah. Inbounds now. 7:03 left in the game. 11-point lead for Lobos. Moya picking up Elliott at half court.
Rocky Mountain has been an impressive
shooting
team so far. Fisher is.
Long pass throw, try to thread the needle there by Rimbaugh. Doesn't work out, tipped away by the Lobos.
You know, we've seen this a lot in high school players, but I don't think number 2 shoots enough.
Yeah. Well, and right now, like I said, they need scoring. They got to close the gap, and he's by far their best offensive weapon. He probably would be one of the better ones in Northern Colorado.
See, yeah,
there it is. The step back
right there.
Rolls around, doesn't go. Nice job by Schrader. Rebound.
Great looking shot, though.
Yep. Loveland still playing a really nice tight man D. Urinowitz on the ground in the middle. Goes up. Is that going to be the fourth on Rimbaugh, or is that going to be on Berg Harry? And Rimbaugh gets his fourth foul. $17 fouls on the Indians, 8 so far on the Lobos, so both teams single bonus, but here's 2 coming for Urinowitz.
Unfortunately, Rimbaugh has to, even though he's more of a wing type player because of his height, he's got to play inside some, and probably picks up some fouls he wouldn't pick up.
42 Harstead, the junior, back in the game for the Indians. And a 2-for-2 trip there for Urinowitz.
Rocky Mountain very impressive tonight. It's going to be an exciting city game season. We've got all the city games. Really, almost most of our games are the city game. Nice pass.
Well, and everybody went over to look at Rimbaugh assuming to shoot and just sliding underneath there.
And that's smart on his part to know there's got to be somebody open.
Yeah. Elliott goes in hard for the drive, gets fouled, going to go line for 2. One thing I was going to say, Randy, there, what Coach Taffel has the Lobos doing, they're picking up man as long as you can. I mean, if you take 5 seconds off every time they bring it down the court, the game gets a lot shorter, doesn't it?
Yeah. I like number 25 helping Elliott up, even though he didn't need it. But
Yep. Moy offered the hand. That's good sportsmanship.
So I'm going to run you into the wall, and then I'll help you up.
That's right. I'll be here to pick you back up.
Good camera shots tonight from our cameraman, Matt Fink. Remember that name. You're liable to see him doing the news.
Super Bowl Sunday in your future there, Max?
That's a Max Fink.
Rimbaugh. Lobo has to kick it out.
Eyewitness News.
Penetration kicked away. Lobos picked it off. Urinowitz going down coast to coast. Draws the foul. Yeah, right now, if you're the Indians, you got to contest everything going to the rim, don't you?
Yeah, and Rocky Mountain seems like they know that, and they're going hard to the bucket.
Urinowitz, a junior, back at the line.
Well, I thought he
was
a
averaging
senior,
17 points a game.
He's got another year.
Yeah, he started as a freshman. There's just a little fatigue kicking in there, short on the first one.
How tall you think he is? About 6'3", maybe?
Yeah, well. Second one coming. Also short, rolls off the side, so an 0-for-2 trip. Good foul for the Indians. Ninehouse goes down.
Great pass. I love the way his head's up, and That's going to be a good match next year, too. Both those players are juniors.
Yeah. You know they play against each other the summers and everything else as they go along in club games and for their school summer teams. Ninehouse will back at the line. Senior averaging 10 points a game.
But it's not from the free throw line.
No, you can just tell there's just a confidence issue. And boy, we've seen good shooters will have that just hitting them. Fisher at the table looking to turn back in. Fisher's waving him in.
He's what we used to call in Missouri a scrapper. I don't know what you all used to call him up in the Cornhusker State, but yeah, I'm sure it wasn't that smart.
You want him on your team, though. You're getting all effort, aren't you?
Yep.
Second one bangs off a little at the back of the rim. Rebound by Fisher. In the stretch here now in the fourth quarter, under 5.5 to play. 55-43, 12-point lead for the Lobos. Pretty much have controlled the game the whole night. Started off early, hit 2 or 3 threes, Randy, and Lobos have
never looked back.
Yeah, kind of had the lead cut down to 6 couple times, but nothing lower than that, and responded several times. Now they're just they're going to make Loveland come out and play them in that trap. They're trying to run this trap, and why bother? And a grab that time on Moya puts Elliott at the line, one of your better shooters for the Lobos.
And you don't need to do that either. There's not 40 seconds left, so.
Yeah. That's 10 fouls now on the Indians, so every foul, not an offensive foul, will be a pair. Elliott's first one's good. Lobos have got one more in that category, and they will be at the double bonus, too. Foya back in now for Moya.
We've seen everybody but Pooter now, but Rocky's certainly going to be able to compete with all the other teams here in the city.
2 for 2 for Elliott. 56-43, 5:03 left in the game. Thanks again to our sponsors, Schrader Oil, First Bank, and Pedersen Toyota. Along with our lead sponsor this year is Jim's Wings. Long pass playing the deep side corner that time. Interception by Schrader. Just good heads-up play, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
Well, at 14 right now for the Lobos, and that could turn into a whole bunch if Loveland you got to keep doing what gets you there, don't you? You got to run your offense. You got to have confidence. There's a lot of time left.
Yeah, I don't like this
desperation part.
Well, they're not really looking to go the bucket. I mean, I like the passing, but let's look to go the bucket still.
So long timeout taken by the Lobos. Good teaching moment for Coach Taffel and his guys. They lead by 14, 4:23 left here at Rocky Mountain High School. As we talked about tomorrow night, Randy, a good one. Tune in to Streaming Sports again. We're going to be over at Fossil Ridge High School.
One of our many double headers.
Yeah, that's when the gyms get a lot more fun. It's early season. The students will start turning out, and we'll get the pep bands in there, and we'll see, like I say, a good game tomorrow night. Girls, number 1, Highlands Ranch coming in. Highlands Ranch boys, always a competitive program, so we'll look for great back-to-back games on Streaming Sports tomorrow night.
Highlands Ranch has had some pretty big-time players, and Matt, can't think of his name, Bueller or something like that, played for Gonzaga a few years ago. And so Highlands Ranch is.
Well, we'll look
in
look
all
for
sports, really.
Yeah, we'll look for it to be a great night, highly contested game. Coach, Coach Johansson and his boys are just like I say, they've got to get themselves back on track from what they're used to. And Coach Saul's, still playing at a high level with his girls team, but they get a chance to really get themselves noticed playing the second time this year. They're playing a number 1 team in Highlands Ranch.
Next Friday night we have 2 games on city games. Pooter and Fossil, and Rocky and Collins.
Still man defense.
Yeah, I like this being more aggressive.
Dish, kick back out, Schrader, Elliott, the look, and knocks it down. Elliott smartly knew he didn't have a shot there, kicked it out. Schrader, who was inside, kicked it back out. Elliott has feet set, 17-point lead now, under 4 to play.
That might have been a dagger right there.
Yeah. Rembow looking a little long on the 3, and rebound by Urinowitz.
Pretty good ball handling by Elliott. He's had to take over that role a lot more with the
change. 3-1, that one a little flat, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's always been a set shooter, so
Baseline shot up and good. Nice look by Jenkins. Got himself set. Penetration by Nienhuis, as you said before. Scrappy pushing the ball forward. Found his teammate. Nice assist. Under 3.5 to play. 15-point though lead for the Lobos. It's a thing. Rembow really can't play a tight defense now. 4 fouls.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised they're not going at his man. That'd be first thing I'd be doing is.
Yeah. Nice job, Fisher there. Nienhuis.
Yeah, he may not be a strong offensive player, but.
Well, but it also pulls him away from making any other kind of plays in the paint too. If he's got to tail Schrader out along the 3-point line and back. 3 minutes to play here. Thanks for tuning into our first broadcast of 2018. Tyler Fisher, the junior, knocks down the front end.
He's had a nice game. Hit a couple of really big threes at really important times.
Yeah. Kind of just squashed the run a couple times by Loveland there. You're right. Murkowski back in now. Along with Myers.
Got a good-looking shot. A little unique, but.
Yep. Substitution.
Just a junior,
Hines
Tyler
back in.
Fisher. So.
Yep. Oh yeah, Urinowitz and Fisher. That's a combination that.
And Schrader. Schrader will get better.
Level back in. Urinowitz, another rebound. Got a man down court. It's going to get it to Elliott. Reverse layup and falls out. Good look though down court. Rembow lane falls off. Doesn't get it to go. Level rebound, kicked it right up to Schrader. Pushes it up court. Draws a foul. Nice job of just going in and getting contact and trying to drop it off the glass.
Boy, that makes my knees hurt to see him do what he just did.
Yeah. That's an explosive athlete.
We used to be able to do that.
Well, emphasis on the used to. Pair for Dalton Schrader, as talked about earlier. Outstanding corner for the Lobos, an all-conference player this year. Up and good. Noah Lovell going out, getting a nice hand. Starting to time to little bench just there, but we got a timeout taken by Loveland, so we'll take a timeout up here and finish this fourth quarter. 2:31 left. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Watch Coach Taffel there talking to his team on how to go ahead and finish this game. Got an 18-point lead. So
what do you say now when you're that coach on that side?
Well, I mean, Loveland seems disorganized to me. And so I think they've got some pieces, but I think they got to get more organized. And really, I'm impressed by Rocky Mountain. You come in 3-6. You never know with the preseason. Stats kind of lie. And, we've seen guys walk in with
big numbers,
and then you get in that conference season, and those numbers just
you found out why
they go down through the end of the year because people see they scout you and stuff. So
and then like I say, there's nothing new to anybody else. Schrader at the line now for the pair, but like I say, Rocky has played Cherry Creek, Grandview, and some other Chaparral, other pretty good teams here in the preseason. So finding out sometimes the hard way. Second one is good. Already made his first.
Well, Coach Taffel has told me, he just can't get a break now.
Right now. Nice putback, though. Good job by Tafoya. I tell you, pretty good looking freshman, Tafoya there.
Yeah, he is.
That's a good minutes. Good ball movement. Urinowitz just picks it up.
Finishing my thought there, Coach Taffel says he's kind of looks at Matt Johansson a little bit on how to build a program, and one of the things once they went 5A, Fossil Ridge, they started playing the top competition in the state, and
got to measure yourself, don't you?
Yeah, you catch some losses, but.
Well, I like this here now. Coach Matheson over there for Loveland. Tafoya made a foul out there, and he brought him over and say, okay, I get it, but maybe not right out there. What the play to do at minute 59 left. And I love seeing a coach working and teaching his kids all the way through the game. I don't care if you're up or down. Berg, Harry back in.
Well, they seem like they got enough talent to win some games, but they're going to have to.
Well, like I said, it's still going to come together, doesn't it? Rimbaugh, a little bit of an off night tonight. Fouls. Both teams got a lot of fouls. It's not unexpected for a first game back after break, that's for sure. Rakowski pulls up the three.
Yeah, I can't imagine that he's not tired.
Yeah. He hit the bleachers early in that first quarter hard, and I want to see somebody do it the rest of the year. Urinich just dribbled around there, kind of playing a little keep away, gets the call.
Yeah, and
Yeah, both teams, I think the total fouls tonight, both well over 20.
Yeah, and I think Coach Matheson would do well to call off the Dogs.
Well, now it's
down by 19.
Yeah. Minute 45 left here. Here's first one, round and good. This is a chance to stretch it out to 20 points, and it does.
It's felt like a lot closer game than that, but it's going to end up kind of ugly.
Finish, like I say, yeah. Loveland just hadn't been able to score about the last 5 trips. Had a couple, give and goes, and after that it stopped. And now it's just kind of getting during the foul game, which later in the year you won't do. Harstead's going to get called on that one. Elliott's going to get about 10 attempts this quarter alone from the line.
Coach Taffel doing everything he can to say, hey, I've called the Dogs off.
Yeah. Elliott, first one up and down. Keenan Schuler, number 32, is checking in. We'll make sure we get everybody else that's coming in there. Finish off this game. Thanks for tuning in again tonight. Tomorrow night we said the doubleheader. We really kick off and go every weekend from now on out. Enjoy those winter nights inside, and if you can't come to the gym, watch us on Stream It Sports. We'll bring you the local high school athletes.
I believe I tweeted out possibly the wrong game times. I think it's 5:30 and 7 tomorrow night.
I believe that is right.
For the girls game at 5:30, boys game at 7. And just to remind you, we also are doing 10 Windsor basketball games as well, boys and girls.
And that's going to be a great gym to be in, great atmosphere, great following over there for all their sports.
And Windsor got a big win over Frederick just Wednesday night too. Eric and Cody were on the call.
So Elliott back at the line for a pair. Young, Hines, Schuler, and Fisher in the game right now. That one's off.
Shooting flat there the last couple threes.
A little fatigue. Rakowski.
Wow.
Not sure where they're trying to get with that one. Boy, that one's blocked by Fisher. Knew he was going out of bounds, tried to get it over Young. Rimbaugh intercepted it. Foul's going to be, I believe, on Tafoya. Put Elliott back to the line. I think it's just tired, Vandy, because that's 3 in a row that just barely claw up over the rim for a very high percentage shooter. Substitution in for Loveland right now, number 22 in the game. Fernando Martinez in for Rakowski. Not the game that Rakowski wanted to end with a W, but certainly played hard. You almost wonder if he's got a bad finger or something there, because that is definitely not his normal shot. That was an easy one. Chandler Long turned around and basically just tried to run through Tafoya instead of go around, didn't he?
Yeah. I'm sitting here still shocked that we're still fouling every time down the court with a 19-point lead.
Yeah, well, it's just that early here. And one of the Lobos has been trying to get into the game for about a minute and a half. Finally does. Elliott finally gets to go out. Nice hand from the rest of the staff, those still in attendance here. Jaden Lucero, 25 in. Second one's up and good. Schuler rebounds. Hines gets hacked. Then we're going to go to the other end. We can't get about 10 seconds in a row run off here, can we?
No, you'd think it was a 3-point game. And we're not trying to disrespect Loveland at all, but there's typically a protocol.
Yeah, after a bit, okay. Let's play it loose, let's go.
When the winning team has already put their,
Everybody's gotten in. Coach Matheson's pretty much done the same. Second one's off, rebound. Harstad kicks it out to Tafoya. Tafoya, the freshman, the three, knocks it down. Saw the dunk coming there, didn't quite go for Schuler. I think he wanted one more step, didn't he?
Yeah.
A little hot to handle on the pass there, goes out.
I'd rather have the 2 points.
Yeah. Well, you're a sophomore in your first one of your first varsity games, you get a chance to dunk it.
I'll never know how that feels.
We'll have to take his word for it.
Take his word for it.
We'll talk to him sometime this season, see how it feels when he gets it done. 29 seconds left here in the game. Fisher can just dribble around, see if they'll let him. Hines, Schuler back out. Lobo's just content to pass and move, let the clock run. Well, they got a laser eye on the skips and the slides tonight, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I've not seen this many travel calls, but like I said, once again, these kids have hardly had a chance to practice for a few days now, coming out of a 10-day break.
I would say I've seen half of them, the other half
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, nice pick and roll there.
That really was. Good hands. Harstad kicked the ball in the air, tapped it goes. Fisher dribbles around, and that will end it. So final score here from Rocky Mountain High School, 69-55. Randy, like I say, a workmanlike game. Lobos had the chance to put it away. Give credit to Loveland fighting back several times, but never could close the gap, could they?
No, they couldn't, and, pretty impressive for the Rocky Mountain Lobos. We're going to see them again next Friday night against Fort Collins. Should be a really good game. Rocky Mountain puts up 69, which that's a good number.
Yep.
We one of the better scoring teams in the town this year. So anyway, for Max Fink, for David Haase, I'm Randy McCoy. We will be back with you Tuesday night with Windsor game, and then we'll have a doubleheader next Friday night. So Tuesdays and Fridays, be watching for high school basketball. We'll see you next time.
Poudre School District High School Basketball, live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil. Fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins. Everything cars made easy. By Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. This has been a Stream It Sports NoCo production of Poudre School District High School Sports. You can find all of our broadcasts, past and present, by visiting streamitsports.com/PSD. Thank you for watching.